Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of SimCity Build It and an update with my town, Harbor Hills. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys are having a great day thus far. Yeah, this last week though, I'm going to be honest with you. Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you guys for all your kind words and comments and all the positive feedback I've been getting with this series. I really appreciate it because it's something that I really enjoy to do. I really enjoy doing rather. So it means a lot when other people are recognizing that it's something enjoyable for them to experience, if that makes any sense. Because it's one thing to do something and be like, man, I'm having so much fun with this and it's for me. But then when I can give it to you guys too and you're enjoying it too, it just makes me feel a little bit extra special. So I appreciate all of the kind words and all that good stuff too. Also, I have kind of permanently, maybe possibly switched to playing on my iPhone. Last week, if you guys remember, I had said that the week before that I went out of town. And so in order for me to play seamlessly and not have an issue with Wi-Fi and my iPad, I ended up syncing my phone to my town. And, you know, I've been enjoying the portability of it because sometimes I don't have my iPad on me, or if I do, I don't have access to Wi-Fi. So it's kind of difficult to play, if that makes any sense. So I was using my phone, and then I was like, I have no idea. I told you guys last week, I was like, I have no idea how the recording is going to come out. So excuse me if it's all weird. And then it ended up being beautiful. I was able to do 1080p. I don't know if you guys recognize the difference. It was a 1080p quality video, okay? And it was a full screen. It was widescreen. I have been struggling with the past couple, I would say, months. I've been struggling with the fact that we've had the black bars on the side of the screen, and I tried to accommodate that a couple weeks ago when I made the little overlay with my sim self, and some of you guys were like, it's too busy, take it down. So then I took it off and I was back to square one. So now it's like I got the entire screen. So I think from now on I'm going to be recording from my iPad, my iPhone. So if you guys, I know some of you have been asking how do you record your screen. Just FYI, if you want me to do a video on it, I can. Right now my setup is just a regular USB lightning cord to my computer. I use QuickTime because I have a Mac, and you could actually record from your iPhone screen. So it's not or iPad, whatever your screen is, that can hook up with a lightning cord. You can record from the screen, and everything I'm doing right now, as you can see, I'm scrolling around. It will also record that on the QuickTime. And then after that, you just kind of save the video. Of course, I go in and edit it because I have all sorts of blunders and bloopers and whatnot. And then I have baby interruptions and phone calls and text messages and all sorts of stuff while I'm playing. But either way, that's pretty much how I do it. I do use a Bluetooth speaker because unfortunately when you plug in the lightning cord, you only can have audio going in or out. You can't have both. So I have the audio from me going in, but then I have to have an audio going out, which is from the output of my Bluetooth speaker. I know, like I said, if you guys want a video on it, let me know and I will give you like a little tutorial, I guess you could say. So last week, before we get into anything, I did hardly anything. First, I want to say thank you to those who let me know about the Maxis Man statue. I had talked about this like weeks ago. I was like, I want a statue. How about when you max out your VU level, you get it for free? Yeah, you get it for free. I did not know. I don't know if there was a pop-up that came up and said, get your VU statue or get your Maxis Man statue. I don't remember seeing that, but thankfully comments and people in my club and everything was like, go get your Maxis Man statue. And I was like, yes. So I grabbed it. It's right here for right now. I love it. It absolutely has no purpose besides giving you a population boost. You don't get anything from it, but it's cute. I mean, it's Maxis Man. Are you kidding me? He is like, no, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was about to say he's like Bae, but I'm looking at him like, no, you're not Bae, Maxis Man. But I do like the statue. Okay, let's just put it that way. But other than that, last week I also I spent all of my neo-simoleons, grabbed another one of these basic control net towers, and added some residences. The only problem is now I don't have any drones. And in order to get a drone, I need, how much do I need? 15,000 simoleons. So now I'm in the process of saving up more money to get another drone. But I'm thinking now that my neo-simoleons would be better spent on water towers, electricity towers, things of that nature. Because y'all, I'm not going to even lie to y'all. I am so close to being like done with my Greenland that I am like freaking out about how much space this stuff takes. And I'm hoping, see, like this fusion, not that. This little fusion Omega power plant right here. Look how small it is. Let's just see if I can show you guys. Look how small it is. It like sits in a quarter of what these fusions take. It's ridiculous. So I would love to have a ton of those. And then they have 100 power. So while I have four of these, well, I guess one of these is 75, and then I still need another 25 to make 100. So I'm thinking now, which is going to be hard work, definitely something long term that I want to strive for with the game, that I want to eventually get to the smaller buildings like this for our resources for the town. Is this, I mean, right now I'm at 1.1 million, 1,133,000 blah. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know how much I could squeeze out of the rest of these residences. And of course, I love my lakes. I don't want to get rid of it. So, of course, that's an issue. And then I decided last week that I want to do another lake to kind of build around my Omega zone. So about right here, right now, where the drone, where this control net tower is, I got to figure out where to put it and change it and move it around. But I want to put like a lake, kind of like, I'm going to kind of show you guys what I mean. I'm going to draw a road where I want the lake to go. But I kind of want to, I said I want to draw a road. I kind of want to put the lake like right around here, maybe extending it out a little bit further, like around there, of course, where that control net is, just because I want to box in the Omega area. I've seen a handful of people who have like little Omega islands, and I like how it looks. The only problem is that of course I won't have any waterway on this side because of the roadway right there, but at least it'll separate the rest of the town, if it makes any sense, because when I start putting residences right here, they'll be right up against the Omega. I want the Omega to be like some I don't know how to explain it, but some area that's like unattainable, like it's way over there, it's for special people. You live in the Omega area, wow, like you live in an Omega zone. That's how I want it to be. So I feel like if I just slap some residences across the street from it, it's going to take away from that feeling that I wanted to have, because I'm trying to, if you guys can kind of see, and I'm just weird like that, I'm kind of not obsessive, but I'm kind of I don't know. I like my Omegas being all together. I like my these little lower suburban like houses. I call them suburban, but Parisian London areas. I like them being all back here, and I like them to be by themselves. And then I like all my downtown city area to be like right here. So I feel like in order to accommodate that, I need to just exit. I know. And right now I'm at 99% of this, so because of this. So it's working my nerves. It's been like this for a couple of days. And the sad thing is, every time I get a lot of money, guess what happens? I go to the Neo Mall and I spend it because I need all this stuff that's in here. And they happen to give me everything I need this last week, almost every single time I open the Neo Mall. Now, when I needed the stuff and I didn't have, anything to buy, I was like stacking cash where I couldn't even get anything from my Neo. I couldn't even get my Neo simoleons from my residence because I didn't have anything to buy. It was ridiculous, to say the least. And now when I'm trying to save up money, that's when you decide. I swear there's like a catch-22 with all this sim stuff. I swear, because I feel like every single time I'm looking for something, I can't find it. And as soon as I'm not looking for it anymore, it's there. Or like with the Neo Mall, as soon as I'm not looking to buy anything and I want to save, everything is there. So I'm almost positive I needed the rocket. I needed rocket boots. Okay, I needed rocket boots. I need rocket boots. All right. Oh, rocket boots. Yeah, I just need rocket boots. So anyway, so that's basically that. Contest of Mayors, I did not do good. I was able to last week thanks to the help of Alana. She helped me get my money back together because I was very, very poor, to say the least. So if people are wondering, how did you get all that money in a week? Because I know someone asked me that in another video. A lot of times it's selling stuff in the global trade. And I've mentioned this before. Global trade is your ticket. So as of right now, let me go collect taxes. I can show you guys. About 22,000 I'm collecting every day. So if you do the quick math, 22, 20, let's round it up, 22 times 5, well, times 4 is 88. And then times, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? Times 3 is 66. So you got like what? Roughly, you know what? I can't even do the math right now. You get the picture. You'll get 100,000. Am I doing that right? 22, 4, 88. Yeah, you'll get roughly 100,000 in a week from collecting taxes, roughly in my state right now with 99%, 1.1 million Sims. So it's not like a ton that you're getting. Of course, another way you could get money is by selling things. Like right here, this guy is looking for some Vu remotes, but I'm not selling those because I need those. But, by selling this stuff, like this guy right here, he's been looking for 15 of these for forever. But if I could come up on 15 of them, either cheap or make them, I could sell them for 31,000. Is that a good deal? I don't know, to be honest with you. A lot of times I'll do the math and figure out whether they're gypping me or they're giving me a good deal. Either way, That is definitely one way you can make money. And then last but not least, oh gosh, I need to collect all this stuff. Speaking of making money, you go sell stuff in the Global Trade HQ. And if you don't sell it, David, what's his name? What's his name? I forget his name just that quick. Yeah, Daniel. Daniel will buy it within 24 hours. So it's not that big of a deal. You go in here, you sell stuff. What I like to do if I'm planning properly is then right before I go to bed, I'll just queue up some things to make. So right now I have, let's see, I'm going to show you guys like an example. Of course, you want to do things that net you like a nice profit. I'm sorry, this like got loud all of a sudden. You want to do things that net you like a nice profit. So of course, burgers is like the one thing that nets you a nice profit, and they're not the easiest thing to make, unfortunately, because you need meat, you need well, you need animal feed first and foremost, because for meat you need three animal feeds. You need three animal feeds, and then you need cream, so and you need flour bags just to make the rolls. So then when you make the rolls, then you need chips and metal. No, not chips. You need metal and spatulas to make the barbecue grills. And then after you get all that together, you come over here and you start slapping them down. But one good thing is after you make all of that, it only takes 30 minutes to make one burger. You get 5 of those burgers. They cost 18,100, right? 18,100 for 5 burgers. And yeah, no, nobody might not buy it in your global trade, but Daniel eventually will come over and buy them. And if you have 6 or 7 lots of those just sitting in your global trade, that's money. That's money right there. That's like the easiest way I could say. Another thing is too, if you know personally some things that you come across that are difficult to find in global trade, which more than likely are the popular items because everybody's looking for them, then before you go to bed, make a bunch of them. Corn, I would suggest. I know to me that's like a big one. I'd make a bunch of corn, sell it. I need some more. Things like that. Flour bags, of course, I would make a bunch and sell them. Donuts are one that people come across a lot, sell them. Rolls, rolls, you get quite a bit of money for them, sell them. That's what I would do. And then basically I'm acting like I'm about to go to sleep now, even though I'm not. But I would just load up with a bunch of stuff that I got. And one good thing too, y'all, is it helps with your inventory, because even though right now inventory is not an issue for me, for those who is an issue, you could say, okay, I got all these raw materials. Let me just go start making some stuff. Like I could make some of these. I can make some shovels. If I had enough wood for the shovels, I can make some of those. And then when you wake up in the morning, just go load up. See, I can make some bricks. I can make some nails, even though I got a ton of nails already. And like, as you see, my inventory went from whatever to 436. I think I got rid of quite a bit that was in my inventory. I can go and make these burgers if I wanted to. Popcorn sells really good as well. So that's all I would suggest, depending upon what your level is definitely just get some raw materials, make some stuff up, and then just put it in the global trade when you wake up. Because at nighttime, what's the best way to make money when you're sleeping? I mean, seriously, you can just make all that stuff up, load it up in your global trade when you wake up, and then sell it throughout the day. And then if you like today and tomorrow, especially since the contest of mayors over, which I need to go check on that right now, you could work on that since you'll probably have downtime. You're not working on contest of mayor stuff. It's like, why not? Let me just work on some raw materials and start making some stuff. So honestly, to me, that is the best way to make money. Taxes and upgrading buildings, of course, is secondary. I think the number one way, I need to fix this guy. What? I didn't even realize I had somebody that wasn't all the way put together. But anyway, contest of mayors I bombed on, but it's okay. My mom's in town. I was having mom time and grandma time, because my kids are just like, grandma, like they all over it. And my littlest one is so funny. He recognized her. It was the cutest thing. He woke up and was like, grandma. So anyway, it's just funny. We've just been kind of hanging out and chilling and stuff. So I haven't been able to play as much as so I already knew I didn't do good. I started off doing decent, but then it just kind of went away. And then I was focused more on trying to get more money because I wanted to do another epic, and you can not do an epic with not enough money. I'm just like, let's just be real. If you don't have no money, you can't do no epic. So I'm still in Megalopolis League. Thankfully, I didn't get demoted. Wow, but I was really close to getting demoted. I was 69 out of 80. At 81, I got demoted. But you see, I got 30,000 points. Like, I was hustling in the beginning. And I think in the beginning, I was at least going to win at least a 250 cash. But, the 500 cash. But, no. Yeah, this one, the 500 cash, yes. So, because I think I was like at 6 or something like that. But, Yeah, it would have been nice if I would at least got the 25 cash, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. I didn't want to get demoted because if I do feel like hustling this week, I would like to at least try. I have yet to get a good prize in the Megalopolis League, and 2000 sim cash sounds so good right now. And of course, if you were doing it during the season, you would have got a bonus 2000. That's 4000 sim cash. Like, are you crazy? Are you insane? But anyway, so basically that is what's going on with the town. And like I said, my future plans definitely are to put a lake here, wrap that up right there. Definitely get some more money. And then eventually what I would really like to do is start upgrading some of these roads to some maglev roads. So if you guys are familiar with maglev roads, I think in order to upgrade them, I would have to, I think, ooh, and you guys can tell me if I'm incorrect. I think I just have to keep upgrading these roads until they get to maglev level. But I've seen them in some people's towns. They're really cool. But I feel like they would look so nice in my little Omega area. So my little exclusive futuristic area that's going to be like, for certain people, certain Sims or whatever. I got so many. It's funny. I'm like, I want to do another epic building, but I can't even collect the epics that I got now. I can't even collect them. Anyway, have someone come visit today, and I want to apologize because he actually asked me a couple weeks ago to visit him, and I forgot. I don't know what happened, but I forgot, and I was going through some comments because I like to sit down and go through comments and respond to comments and everything when I'm able to. I really do. But anyway, Wilco DSG wanted me to go to his town, Tritton Villa. So let's go check it out really quickly. And I apologize that it took me a little bit. Like I said, it was like, ooh, maybe 2 weeks ago he asked me to go. And I added so many people this weekend, y'all. So I'm definitely, if you guys want to be featured on one of the videos, I will definitely get to you as soon as I can. Let's see. Wait, did I pass you up? Because you told me on the video, you only have around 300K population. So if I go down too far, you might have Tritton Villa. Okay, here we go. Tritton Villa. I think this is you right here. We'll go. All right, level 33. Let's go check you out. See what you got for sale real quick. Some chips. You know what? I actually can use. I'm gonna buy all your stuff. How about that? I'm gonna get these chips too because I can use some chips. You just never know. And I just made some wood, so I'll leave those for somebody else. But anyway, checking out your town. It's beautiful at nighttime. I don't know what it is about these night views. This is a nice building here. I wish I could tap them and let you see which one I'm talking about. There's one with these pools on the patios. Like, are you kidding me? Wow. But the funny thing is, it's like, look at the pools. They get like bigger at the bottom, but then smaller at the top. Like, I'm like, man, if I'm paying like fourth floor prices, I want to have a bigger pool. Like, that's crazy. But you know what? First floor might actually be premium because you don't have to go far up the stairs or far up the elevator to go home. But of course, penthouse is like the best because, I mean, hello, you get this view. You get this view. Why am I always analyzing buildings, y'all? I don't know. I don't know why I'm always analyzing buildings. Wow, this is a nice building. Look at that pool on top. Guys, like future goals, like for real, no, it will never be future goals, unfortunately, because I have a family. I can never go live in a big city, but I really like big cities. So me and my daughter a couple weeks ago went to Seattle. Wow, like I've been to big cities. I don't even know if that's considered like a big city, but since I've been living outside of big cities, because before I used to live in Houston, it was a fairly big city as far as skyscrapers and stuff goes. And then we moved to Alabama, and it wasn't a big city at all. It was barely any little skyscrapers. I think the tallest building may have been like 4 or 5 stories. It wasn't very big. I grew up in Louisiana, so Baton Rouge, I didn't have like a big, huge skyscrapers. But you go to New Orleans, and that's where you get the big skyscrapers and stuff at. So it was like an experience because I just like skyscrapers, architecture, buildings, like very fancy buildings. And in Seattle, if you guys are familiar with it, I'll post pictures and like while I'm talking. But they had this building that was called the Museum of gosh, what was it called? Pop Art? MOPA? Yes, Museum of Pop Art, MOPA. And it was the coolest looking museum. It had like a purplish, pinkish, hologramic like type side. It was built like in a weird shape. It was like kind of curvy or whatever. But I swear, I took so many pictures of that building and I just sat there and stared at it. Thankfully, there was like a playground right across the street from it. So my daughter, we was waiting for her appointment. She had to go out of town for a specialist appointment. And while we were sitting there, going like waiting, like just playing on the playground and everything and waiting for the appointment so we can drive to the appointment, I was just like staring at it. I was like, oh my god, this building is beautiful. But I would want to in a future in a future life hopefully soon, we'll move to a city where it's like beautiful architecture and you could just like take a picnic lunch and just sit outside on the playground or wherever and just like stare up at the buildings. And I mean, it was like the most gorgeous building I've ever seen, like in a long time. I'm sure I've seen gorgeous ones, but it was by far, it was the most aesthetically pleasing looking building I have ever seen. Like, it was beautiful. But anyway, so anyway, when I'm looking at buildings, I think that's why I pay so much attention to them, because you know, it's little stuff like that. Like, you know, this is like somebody's art. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is a game, but I mean like architecture in general, or just like how they design the buildings in this game. You know, it's an art. And so for them to come up with these different styles, even the colors, the points, you know, the reflections and stuff like that. Like this building right here is just so pretty. But anyway, so I think that's the reason why I like this game so much. Is like you get a surprise with your buildings, and you get to have all these beautiful buildings, and you know, epics just make it that much more fun. And so, but you got some really nice buildings, Wilco. I love them. And then you got some movie sets over here. So he has the romantic. I think this is the epic building one with the horse, and then the action one over here. And then he got his studio, which is kind of cool because it makes it seem like his whole town is centered around like a studio. He has this beautiful boulevard with the palm trees down the middle, and he got his studios on the side. He got his Plum Bob Parks, which I love, by the way. And then he got his big stadium over here. I love that. That was a really cool idea. Very cool. Very cool. Got a helipad over here. I think, or is that the blimp? Which one is that, y'all? I don't even know. Is that the blimp or the... It's a transportation something because I just clicked it. Anyway, then you go over here. You got some Omega stuff going on, which is cool. Got some coal buildings. I think these are the coal ones. I never did the coal ones. I'll be honest with y'all. I spent the money up front and just started getting the clean ones. But definitely, if you're just starting out and you want to save money, I would definitely suggest getting the coal ones. That was probably one of my hardest things in the beginning, is the money and spending so much money on resources in the beginning and trying to get the cleaner ones, because the coal ones are like so much cheaper. But you know, you got to worry about the pollution. And I was like, I don't want to deal with pollution. The factories had enough pollution, so I was just kind of like, I don't want to deal with any extra pollution. But anyway, so anyway, very nice town. Got a Tokyo, and all of a sudden my nose is getting stopped up. Who does that? Anyway, so I need to head on back because this video is about to be super long. I apologize. Sometimes I get long-winded. So anyway, thank you very much for allowing me to visit your town, and I apologize again that it took me so long. You have a beautiful town. Keep going with it. And if you need any help or anything, please let me know. Of course, as I don't need any of these house and storage and all that stuff, as I don't need any of that stuff, of course, I'm getting a ton of them because that's just how it goes. But yeah, more to share with you guys who I am helping. So that's all that matters. But anyway, so I think that's it for this week's episode. I'm going to try my hardest to hustle in the contest of marriage. I really want to get a big Sim Cash prize. I do. And I don't know when the next season is coming up. Hopefully soon, because that makes the contest that much more fun. I probably should look online to see if I see anything, because I follow the Facebook page. But if I don't see anything readily coming across my feed, I don't go look for it. So I hadn't seen anything. No updates or anything like that about the next season, but I'm sure it's going to be coming soon. And what about this spider, though? I'm just glad I grabbed it at the last bit. Not meaning to rub it in anybody's face who didn't get the spider, but yeah, the spider is awesome. So here's an example I was telling you guys earlier about the ice cream, or just about selling things to these people. So like they're asking for 6 of these yogurts for 11,000. So let me go do the math real quick. I'm going to just throw some yogurts right here, and then I'm going to max them out. So 5 of them I get $87.50, and with 1 of them I get $17.50. So it's actually a good deal. It's roughly a good deal. So I'm gonna go on and sell her some, because really I'm not doing anything with them. So roughly a good deal, right? $87.50. Yeah, yep. Roughly a good deal. It's not like a whole heck of a lot, but it's a nice little profit, especially because I didn't pay anything for them. I actually made them myself for the contest. I had to make so many yogurts, and I made a bunch. And it was like all from raw materials and stuff. I might have bought some cream, but I doubt it. I think I made everything. So just money in your pocket. You know what I mean? Same thing with nail simoleons, which I never do because I need all of that stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you aren't already, and check out the Facebook page. People are adding people daily, and so am I. So if you go on the Facebook page and make a post, hey, looking for neighbors, people will go add you, and I will add you as well. Or you can send me a message on Facebook, and I will do it that way. Either way, and we can be neighbors, or you can have more neighbors in the game. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.